What if the stories we've been reading for centuries were written mostly from one point of view, a male point of view? What if women in literature were often silent, stereotyped, or ignored? That's exactly the problem feminist literary criticism tries to address. In this video, we'll explore what feminist literary criticism is, where it comes from, its key ideas, and how to apply it to literature, step by step. What is feminist literary criticism? Feminist literary criticism is a way of analyzing literature through the lens of gender, especially the experiences, representation, and voices of women, It asks questions like, how are women portrayed in this text? Do female characters have agency or power? Whose voice is dominant? Does the text reinforce or challenge patriarchy? At its core, feminist criticism challenges the idea that literature is gender-neutral. Historical background. Feminist literary criticism developed alongside the women's rights movement, especially in the 1960s and 1970s in the United States and Europe. For centuries, literary canons were dominated by male writers. Women writers were ignored or undervalued. Female characters were often stereotypes. Feminist critics began asking, why are women missing from literary history? This question changed literary studies forever. Key goals of feminist criticism. Feminist literary criticism aims to expose gender inequality in literature, recover forgotten women writers, challenge stereotypes of women in texts, reinterpret classic works from a female perspective, examine power relations between genders. It's not about attacking men or male writers, it's about fair representation and critical awareness. Major feminist critics and thinkers. Here are a few influential feminist thinkers you should know. Simone de Beauvoir, author of The Second Sex, argued that women are treated as the other. Virginia Woolf, essay, A Room of One's Own, highlighted the lack of space, money, and freedom for women writers. Elaine Showalter, introduced gynocriticism, focused on women's literary traditions. These thinkers reshaped how literature is studied in American universities. Key concepts in feminist literary criticism. Let's break down some important ideas. Patriarchy, a social system where men hold power and women are marginalized. Gender roles, social expectations placed on men and women. Agency, does a female character make her own choices? Voice and silence, are women allowed to speak, or are they silenced? The female body, how women's bodies are described, controlled, or judged in literature. These concepts help critics uncover hidden gender dynamics in texts. How to apply feminist criticism. When analyzing a text using feminist criticism, ask, who tells the story? How are women described compared to men? What roles are women assigned? Are women punished for independence? Does the text challenge or support traditional gender norms? Example. In The Handmaid's Tale, feminist criticism explores control over women's bodies, loss of female autonomy, patriarchal power structures. This makes feminist criticism highly relevant in modern literature studies. Feminist criticism today. Modern feminist criticism also includes race and gender, intersectionality, LGBTQ+ perspectives, post-colonial feminism. It recognizes that women's experiences are not the same across cultures, races, or classes. This broader approach is especially important in contemporary American literature. Conclusion. Feminist literary criticism helps us see who has power, who is silenced, and how literature shapes our understanding of gender. It doesn't tell us what to think, it teaches us how to question. If you want to read literature more deeply and critically, feminist criticism is an essential tool. If you found this helpful, like the video. Subscribe to Literary Space. Comment below, which text should we analyze using feminist criticism next?